don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Arizona Cardinals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Murray's pass complete.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, first and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, here's Newton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
And a Cardinal first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done. Now
Murray throwing on second down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Murray. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets it down to the 32. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
The tackle made
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over.
31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 32.
Give them 32 on the play.
Arizona.
Shotgun now for Murray. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
30-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
9-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Patriots.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
The ball carrier.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. 59. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Being chased out left. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's the 59. And we got to get to the ball.
Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see
what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Throwing on 2nd down, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Murray. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Murray throwing complete here to Drake. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Forced out to his left. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Newton to throw. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
10 yards.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Gun. 59 mark. Check, 59.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Patriots. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Newton. Dancing to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And now off to the races down the right side. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long...
And a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. The CD, that's the second time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Kobe Myers.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
For the Patriots.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Peterson. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, first and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Harris returning. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives. Last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's some guys, there are going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
58, boys, 58.
They fake the give. Newton. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
N'Keal Harry, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run. It's Gurley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Gonzalez.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Gurley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
It's 4th down.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
On first down, Newton. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Show it up. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Lucky. 20. Under 10.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
Gurley. That's good for the Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Newton. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Delaney Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. He's got it, and that'll make the score 31-13.
Makes the score Cardinals 31, Patriots 13.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
At their own 7-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
First down, Arizona.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Cardinals.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing now is Murray. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes against the quarterback.
Boy, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
He sets to fire deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun. Murray, he'll air this one out for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3rd down.
It'll be Murray on the keeper. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's good.
A big play there for New England. 41 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Back at the 27.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, Walker with a grab, left side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Newton eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Newton. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20.
That's what
and
it
they're
is.
into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And that will write a finish to this ball game.